The terrors of tripping on pop.
Be there! Scour the spaceways! Explore vast alien worlds!
This tin right here contains the whole rigmarole.
I used to smoke about an ounce of hash every day.
Good.
And it made me go a little bonkers.
Maybe if I occupy his mind with more duties, I can control his space.
Hi.
Big fat doobies.
Hi.
Hello, today is Saturday, November 21st, 2020, episode 221 of The Hot Box. I'm Matt. That's Grand. What's up, Grand?
What's up, buddy? That's Vinter.
What's up, Vinter?
What is good?
Good to see you guys again. Another good week. Hotboxpodcast.com, hotbox.earth. Take you to the same website. That's where you can find all the links to everything. Of course, streaming live here, 1 p.m. Pacific time from the RDAB's Discord. You can find links all over there on hotbox.earth. Check it out. Before we get started, wanted to mention real quick, we got a fundraiser raffle going on. We're giving away this sweet Philpott clear spinner jet set. Got a diamond knot in there, 14 mil. Got a clear Razor Maria pendant. And, of course, shipped in a silver Pelican. And all you got to do if you want to get in on that is head over to hotboxpodcast.com or wherever the info is there. It's also on sweetpieceofglass.com on the news page, the Spog News section there. But as you guys know, I've mentioned a couple times, my homie Josh had some brain surgery to remove some cancer out of his brain. And so this is kind of the GoFundMe for him because he's going to be out of work for a while now. So, yeah, every $10 you kick in gets you one entry. And definitely thank you guys so much, everyone that's already entered. He wanted me to tell you guys, like, he's just like, wow, I'm speechless. He's like, I don't even know these people. I'm like, I don't either, baby. It's the internet.
Nobody knows anybody.
But yeah, like, thank you guys so much. That's awesome. That's definitely going to help him not have to stress about, like, healing faster than his body is able to and everything, just so that he can get back to work. Like, this gives him a little pad to where he can not have to stress. And as we know, stress when you're trying to heal is no bueno.
Right.
So.
Fine. Put the more important things before what I was going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was...
No.
I'm just going in order off the rundown here.
But there's something that urgent breaking news.
Oh, shit, please.
You hit level 50, which means you are now another Chaz member.
Oh, on the Discord? Did I just now?
You literally just now, when you said showtime, hit
shit.
level 50.
Dabbot knows.
How many level 50s is that? Only like 5 or 4?
3? 4?
3?
4? Do I hear
Somewhere
5?
in there.
4, give me 5.
Lords,
4, give me 5.
unite.
5, 4, give me 5. 4 on the low, give me 5. 5, low, 4.
Oh, here's the levels. Yeah, we'll take a look real quick.
While we're
before we
looking
get
at that,
started.
here's the Pelican. I'll just show you guys one more time here. Full-size clear spinner jet, pendant, all that stuff. It was for sale on Spog for $650, $625 on sale. So we're just going to toss it in for this thing. I want somebody that pitches in for this to get it and be super stoked that they got this cool Philpott. So
there are 4, by the way.
including me,
Fourth,
I am the
including you.
4th. Excellent.
You are the 4th.
Excellent.
And there is one thing slightly different with this giveaway because it's not really the Discord giving something away, and we're still trying to figure this out if this is actually going to happen or not. But when we found out about Matt's friend, we took what money that we had in the Discord PayPal, and we decided to donate it to him. We felt that was a little bit better cause since we have already paid for our bot and we have done a lot of things and did a giveaway last time. We always like to do a giveaway and then do something with our money and then do a giveaway and then do something. And this was a giveaway and doing something.
Yeah, well, it's more of a raffle because no one's getting it for free. Like, you have to pitch in at least $10 to the GoFundMe and then send me a screenshot of the receipt. And for every $10, you'll get an entry. So even if you just pitch in $10, like, you could win it. We've seen that happen before with our giveaways. But this is more of like a fundraiser raffle, I would say, than a giveaway. And once this is all over and done with and we're into the new year, we'll start doing more like regular giveaways. But I just thought it was a good way to help kind of raise some hype for my homie and help everyone pitch in.
And the Discord didn't want to really enter the giveaway so much as just donate for the cause. But Matt said that we should be entered for doing it. And if you guys think we should, that's fine too. But what I want to mention is what we were going to do if we did win that giveaway with our entries is that Matt's friend, not only is he going through all of this stuff too, but he also smokes. So
yeah, and dabs. He's in the Chappelle gang.
Is he really?
For sure.
So if we are going to allow the Discord, which we don't know yet, if we are going to allow us to enter, and our entries will be in there, if we win, it will go to him. We will not take anything. It will all go to him.
He would lose his shit if I just brought him this fucking fill pot, because he's hit mine like when he comes over before all of this brain surgery shit happened, like, and he loved them, but they are a bit more expensive, so he never like pulled the trigger on getting one. So yeah, he would definitely lose his shit if that happened. And
that would be cool too, because not only like, hey, we raffled this off and here's some money for that, also here's the piece.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That would be epic. The other thing I was thinking of, if we wanted to go a different route, was I know a while back we were talking about having like a traveling rig that went to different people in the Discord. And I thought maybe this would be a good, since it's already in a Pelican and everything, this might be a good rig to kind of pass around the Discord for anyone that was interested in doing that. But yeah, I'm cool either way. Like whatever you guys decide you want to do. I'm just happy people are donating to his GoFundMe. So.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's my spiel for the day.
It ends like in January. I gotta look. I don't even have that in front of me. But it ends in like you have a while, so we have time to figure that out. It's not like it ends next week or anything. This is gonna run, I think, until January 13th.
Yeah. Give this some time to go through and let people enter in a little bit, and because if people want to enter in like $10 a week or something like that for that long, they can.
You have to have all entries have to be in by 11:59 p.m. Sunday, January 3rd. So you have all day Sunday, and that'll be the last day, and that'll be obviously after Christmas and everything after New Year. So Sunday, January 3rd is when all entries need to be in.
Sounds great. Nice long giveaway. Get some time to get some more entries in there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Hopefully sometime in the springtime he'll be able to go back to work. I told him we were going to be calling him because I work with him. So I'm like, we're going to get you back like before you're even ready. I'm calling you every day. You ready yet? And I actually did get to go play some disc golf with him today, which was cool. He's able to like walk around and finish like a hole 9 and everything. So, and his score's it's starting to come back down to where he was before the surgery, which is really cool to see because we keep score with the UDisc app. So.
So you can actually see where it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I all my scorecards since I started using the app are in there, so you can watch my good days and my bad days. So today we saw something, and we saw this last week when there wasn't a show on the RDAB subreddit, and I thought it was kind of interesting, something fun to do during the show. And what are we calling it?
So we don't get sued.
Hot ones?
The hot point ones.
Big ones?
The hot point ones. So you're going to take 0.1 dabs throughout the show. I figured as we go through the Reddit posts and stuff like that and talk about them, or if we have a guest that we want to ask questions to, every question, just like the Hot One show on YouTube, we're going to have them take a dab at a temperature and keep increasing that temperature until we get to 800 degrees and have them take an 800 degree dab. And then for the final big boy dab, you will take an 800 degree waterless dab.
Good Lord.
Yep. And so just to start things off, and
so this comes from a channel. You were explaining this to me before the show. Like it's kind of a thing, just not with dabs. People do this with like hot sauce or something.
Yes, they have chicken wings that they have hot sauce on, and it gets increasingly hotter. And they ask questions as like the wings get hotter and stuff, and they have celebrities on there. It's actually gotten really big on YouTube.
Oh, crazy! I've never seen that.
It's really cool. Maybe we'll put a link to that. And
there you go.
Since we're talking about it.
If you're watching live, Scupples has the link there in the Hotbox channel.
It is really cool. A lot of
that's funny.
Celebrities have been on it.
Damn, I don't do hot food very well. Like chorizo in for breakfast is about as spicy as I like to get.
I mean, I do somewhat okay, but it's like they go really hot. Like they even made Gordon Ramsay go fuck me. I mean, he always does that, but
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, I've seen people do like the ghost pepper challenge or whatever, that dumb shit, like eating the hottest peppers in the world. But I like this idea of like having
This is the
a
scuffles, by
conversation
the way.
going on and then slowly like increasing the temperature, like a frog in a pot of boiling water, just cooking. So why why the 800 degree cap?
1,000-degree dabs, bro.
Yeah, why don't you go 1,000? That's a nice round number. Why 800?
Like all the other YouTubers do.
I feel like red hot might not be great.
Well,
like,
where does
you
it combust at? Is that at 1,000?
I don't know.
1200?
If I want to find out. Probably. I would assume.
For science.
There. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you got your e-nail. What are you set to right now?
I am at 600.
Okay.
Is that a good starting point? Should
That's
I go a little bit lower? I mean,
No. I mean, we've been dabbing at like 550
600
all
I feel
day.
600
Like,
is a nice
yeah, I
starting
think
point.
600 is a good starting point.
Anybody else think 600 is a bad starting point?
I don't really have anything here. I mean, I have the peak, but it only goes up to 600. So I'm
And see,
kind of...
that's why I figure we would need somebody with a temp gun if they were going to do this.
Yeah,
on
like I'll take
camera,
dabs with
or
you,
an
but
e-nail.
I can't like measure my temp. I'm just gonna take them hot off the knot, baby.
So what I'll do is I'll have this set right here, so you can see a
Says you're
little bit
on point.
better.
Why don't you start with a cold start?
You want to start with a cold start?
That's what Scupples says. He says first one could be cold start, so you don't edge way into obscenely hot land, or the last one is the cold start. I'm just asking the questions here. Yeah, no, start at 600. Last one
Start
will
at
be
600?
1,000 without water. I like that.
Fine.
From the R Dabs, while that's warming up, users Freddy's Teeth posted a graveyard photo. He says, "R.I.P. Happy Friday, y'all." That's a pretty decent amount. Did anybody actually count how many are there?
At least 2.
Definitely at least 2. And I was curious, like, is that a thing? Like, is it a thing to just flex, or do some dispos like give you money or points if you bring that shit back, or like why do you guys save them first of all? And if you do, I'm curious why. Because I don't generally save them. I do a little bit, so I have a few extra containers around if like a homie needs some dabs or something, just so I have something to put them in that's not like a shitty silicone, but I don't save like every single one. And I guess when I first started in Washington, when rec first became legal there, I did keep all of my Mylars from all the weed I bought. So I did do that, but when I moved from there, I threw them all out, and then I never did that again. But coming from an illegal state to a legal state, I thought it was kind of cool, so I like kept them all. I think I was gonna like thumbtack them to my wall or something, which I never did, luckily. But
So the 600 degree is my normal dab, so that wasn't too bad. So that's, not bad for me.
nice.
Myself personally, I do have somewhat of a graveyard going every now and then. I'll take care of it. But I've seen a lot of people with like huge graveyards, like they never get rid of jars or something. I just wonder where the hell they keep it all,
In a drawer, and then in the garage, and then they have to get a storage unit, and then yeah, I don't know where you go from there after you have storage units.
Right, yeah, exactly. Gotta start getting storage yards and, shipping containers.
Yeah, it is kind of cool to see, like, if you're just, like, looking back at how many grams you've dabbed, but it also kind of sucks because you're like, damn, that's just, like, money that's gone, and, like, I don't have a thing for it, because it's a feeling, like, it's drugs, you're spending money on drugs, so once they're gone, like, the feeling's gone, you don't really have anything to show for it, whereas if you would have bought, like, an actual object, like a vehicle or a house or something, you'd be like, oh, yes, this is my thing. But, like, looking back at it, I don't know. I think part of me would get a little depressed at just like if I saved every pack of smokes I ever, like it'd be like that sort of thing where I just look at it and I'm like, well, there's like $38,000 that I could have. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably spend it on some other dumb shit if it wasn't smokes and dabs, but
then you feel shitty about yourself.
Yeah. Like, man, there's like a car right there. It's like,
so I have it warming up to 650 next. I feel like that's a good step up.
Yeah, I think 50 degree increments is probably the play. This next one from Mickey94 Burnout, our homie Dab of the Hut, and I was kind of curious. Is he's leaving Reddit or he's like moving or something? Because he posted.
He's moving to Michigan.
Oh, okay. Because he posted he has
to my neck of the woods actually.
Have to get in a few last videos with my rigs. And
and then he's gonna be moving.
So he's selling all his rigs and stuff to like pay for the move, or it's just
that I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was just kind of curious. He was cool. We had him on several episodes ago.
Yeah, I can't remember which episode that was, but it was a good episode. He's a really chill guy.
Yeah,
I loved his vibe.
Yeah, he was cool. And I noticed I hadn't, like, usually I see a video or two from him throughout the week when I'm looking for stuff to talk about for the show, and it's been a minute since I saw one, so I thought I'd post that up. I like the hot dog hat he's rocking.
I think him and his partner had a breakup though too, so that's probably why.
Yeah. Well, when he moves, we'll have to get him back on the show. See how he's liking it over yonder. I bet he's got a pretty fat graveyard. That cat seems like he dabs a lot.
All right, so I have my next one lined up. We're almost about hitting 650.
Nice. I thought this was kind of interesting. This is kind of something I deal with working like in a weed lab. User Flange posted, does anyone know how to get dab splash stains out of clothes? And like, I see that and I'm like, oh, that's cute. I have shirts that are just completely like stained and just wonder. I should go grab one. They're pretty gross, but like, you can't really get dab stains out. I guess this, and I'm also kind of curious if this happens to you guys. Like from dabbing, do you get splashes like that? Because to me, that says you're dabbing too hot. Like if you're hitting that nail or that bucket and it's like splashing out at you, like that's
no stains like that are usually from like dropping your hot tool after you put it in your banger.
Yeah, well, that too, yeah. But I've also seen them like splash out like that. But it's always when it's like too hot.
Well, it's getting hotter.
yeah, buddy. But yeah, like for me, it's just always at work. Like when we were doing a lot of crude and winterizing and stuff, like my shirts, I had like 3 set shirts that I would just wear to work, and I wouldn't wear like anything else there because once you get that stuff on them, like you can get the dab out using alcohol, but then there's still a stain in it, and like I have not found a way to get the stains out. Even like my Run the Jewels, I had a weed edition Run the Jewel shirt, limited edition, and like an idiot, I wore it to work because I'm like, oh, I work at weed, like it's a cool weed shirt, and got oil on it, and now it's just fucking trash. It's so bad. But yeah, some people are saying use the torch. Probably not a good idea. Isopropyl, which
I don't know if I'd put ISO would do it either.
Isopropyl will get a lot of it off, but again, it's gonna taint the cloth. Like it turns the fabric an off color, which I mean, some people may not care about. But if you're trying to like keep your shit nice, it definitely don't.
White shirt, it's not bad, but on colored cloth, I wouldn't really do that.
Oh man. That already hurt. Like,
and again, it also depends on like, is it water solubles? Like, are you working with like chlorophylls and stuff, or like it depends what it is. But more times than not, something like ISO, I would almost say acetone, but that'll eat right through most of your clothing or make them all gross and shit.
Harbor Freight is my dad says shampoo might work with some detergent action.
Yeah, maybe.
And Harbor Freight would know.
Glob Goblin says, might want to go up 25s if you're going to be taking them back to back like that.
Yeah.
No,
My
we got
boy.
it. I said we were doing this for the show, so
Oh,
we're
my
doing
boy's-
this.
my
It
boy's
hurt already.
dying.
Like, dude, 650 was already like, oof.
That's awesome.
Like 700 is gonna be a little spicy.
Well, why don't
Okay,
you?
so-
750 is gonna hurt. 800 is gonna be terrible, and 800 without the water is gonna be the bad.
It's the best, you mean? Why don't you take us into our break and I can dab.
Yeah. I'm
It
gonna
is-
take a break on today's.
It's 4:20 your time.
Is it? Shit.
How
Well, you're gonna have to give me a second actually, because my computer took a shit last time and I had to re-download everything.
Oh shit!
Now I have to play everything through Groovy Bot.
All right, that's all good. I'm gonna just heat this up.
No fucking courtesy at all. Just like I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Screw you.
It's 4:20, baby. Can't miss it.
Yeah, you don't care.
Well, I don't now because I can just edit it out because we're not posting videos. So.
This episode of The Hot Box is brought to you by Gary's Glass Adventure. Go to garysglassadventure.com and check out his shop for any of your dabbing needs. Gary's Glass has quality German quartz and bangers of all sorts. They come in all sizes, 10, 14, and 18 millimeter. Also available are quality ruby pearls and rigs from a variety of artists. Again, that's garysglassadventure.com. Use promo code R/dabs710 to get 10% off your order. This episode is also brought to you by Sweet Piece of Glass. Spog is an amazing website with lots of great pieces and a large assortment of accessories from artists like Chappelle Glass, Unlimited Glass, and Glassmith. Quartz by Jake Miser and J Red Glass. There's almost nothing you can't find from Spog. Matt always takes care of his customers, and if you're in the Discord, he'll often give you a deal. So join the Discord and check out his shop to pick out your very own functional piece of art. He can be found at sweetpieceofglass.com and in the Discord.
See, I did it. I was able to make things work. Dude, I still really like that rig. Can we talk about that? Like, we need to talk about that on the show. That rig is amazing. We were talking about it before the show. Which, every Saturday when we do the Hot Box podcast, we always hang out about a half hour before the show and do some smoking before the smoking. And Matt was showing us this beautiful bong that I love.
Yeah, it's
so
actually
cool.
a flower piece, but I got it at Hempfest like a decade ago plus. And
I'm sad that it doesn't have a bottom on it, so it can't be a cup, and you can't like put a fucking whiskey sour in there.
yeah, it's
And
just
have
a
a drink in there too.
just a
and
see-through holder. But when I saw it, I thought it was a super cool form factor, and it has a flower bowl on it. And yeah, I just really liked it. I bought 2 of them because I really liked them at the time. And then somebody hit me up randomly because there's videos. If you go back like years in my Instagram, there's videos of me using them. And he was like, "Hey, they don't make these anymore. Like, do you want to sell yours?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got 2. I'll sell you one." So I have this one left. I sold the black one off. And yeah, I just threw the knot in it right before the show just for something different because all I had was the peak up here. And this thing rages with the knot in it, man.
Dude,
got
I
the
for real want to
removable-
hit up Chappelle and have him make me one.
Yeah, or see if Zam has a few glass blowers at his shop. Will you make us some Sasquatches?
with a glass bottom.
And the removable down stem.
That's cool. I like that. Oh God, I gotta go on another dab now, don't I?
I can't even get that out. It's hot right now.
And Glob, I should not go 25s because that would mean I'd have to take that many more dabs, and I don't want to take that many more dabs.
Yeah, he's trying to get to 1,000 degrees before the end of the show. He's just halfway
Oh, man.
there. So, let's see. What do we got next here? User Deathwish666. Oh, yeah, I thought this was kind of cool. A nice view with the peak there. Another Redditor using the peak life. Still enjoying mine. I've actually, where am I at here? I broke 100 dabs. I got my new atomizer in just in case. I've cleaned the one I have now twice, just by soaking it in alcohol until like all the oil comes off and then letting it dry and then popped it back on. And yeah, she worked really good. I think I'm at like 100 and something. Peekaboo. My only gripe is sometimes the app and the Bluetooth, like it doesn't like to pair. Oh, there it goes. And sometimes I'm just not patient enough. 119 dabs so far. But yeah, still working good.
Oh, that hurts. Oh.
Was that 7?
Oh, that's 7. That's
700.
spicy.
Spicy, baby. And then user Crobo posted this nice looking baller jar, and I thought this is how I like my baller jars. Like that to me, when I hear the term baller jar, like that's what I picture should be in it. Like that's nice, baby.
That's good looking.
Yeah, just a big old glacier in the middle, some terps, a good amount of THCA crystals aside from the large.
Terps.
Yeah. Too much terps, no bueno, but that looks like a pretty decent amount. So when you talk about baller jars, baby, that's what I expect. There is a such thing as too much terps, and it's over like 10 to 15% for me personally. Some people like them a little more, but yeah.
It's 5 grams.
I mean, it's not like you're going to waste them, of course, just like Scupples is saying. You save them for the next batch of THCA, and that's pretty much what we do. It's just like when we get some, like if I get some Dr. Jollies that's a little too terpy, I'll just take some THCA and just fucking poof. Now I have twice as much dabs. This is the way.
I think 5 grams is too much terps. I found that out.
5 grams. Yeah, well, yeah, because each gram has like at least 5 to 7% terps, and you did 5 of those, so that's at least 25 to 30% terps. If
is that how the math works?
I think so.
Like that.
Right?
Is that how math works?
If each one has 7% terps, so you have 7% and then 7% and then 7% and then 7%, right? That's 7 times 4. That's 28%.
That's stoner math.
Yep,
I don't know, dude.
Yep.
I'm not a math guy. I thought this was interesting in the news. This is older.
Right, just like what the fuck?
Older news.
Aren't you a chemist?
No, dog. I work with chemists. I'm not a chemist. I just do what they tell me to. This was this was sent to me from Big Bud Micro. We had a little discussion. He runs or helps run the rosin Discord that we mentioned earlier. But he was saying that like, we're trying to get everyone away from living so closely with Amazon and like kind of depending on Amazon for all of your stuff. I know like a lot of households, we like order a lot of the stuff that we don't want to get just locally, like from Amazon, because it's just super fucking easy, and it's about, it's a little bit more money maybe depending on what the item is, but if you're a good citizen and you vote with your dollar like you should be, like we all should be, you might want to take a look at this. He was saying that they do sell a lot of like weed related things on Amazon. You get a lot of like silicone stuff for dabbing and like just I think rosin presses. Like you can get pretty much anything. But he's saying like for workers for Amazon, like they get like blacklisted for even in a medical marijuana state and having your prescription or your recommendation or whatever your particular state calls it. Even if you have that, and they just like straight up don't care and they blacklist you. Now I know like Scupples says it's too late. Like we're all so comfortable in how we live like this. It's hard to stray away from that. But again,
Chinese companies have 0 drug tolerance, don't they like pump everybody full of performance enhancing drugs over there though?
Well, yeah, I feel like that's different though because
it's the death penalty for 50 grams of flour over there.
It's a different culture.
That's hot.
Right? I mean, I can't speak to their culture. I've never been there, and I'm not of their culture, so I don't
Harbor
really know.
Freight says those aren't fun drugs. He has a point.
Yeah. But yeah, this happened to a New Jersey guy. It says his career with Amazon came to a sudden and unfair end once the online retail giant learned he used medical marijuana. A lawsuit alleges Amazon fired the warehouse associate who used marijuana to treat his panic and anxiety disorder and also blacklisted him from other jobs with Amazon-owned companies, including Whole Foods. And this was, again, this was back in like 2019, I think. This came out in November.
Yeah. They got bought a few years back.
Yeah. It says the lawsuit is the latest yank in the tug of war between workers and companies over how far state medical marijuana laws extend into the workplace, especially when heavy machinery and safety considerations are in the mix. And it says the worker, who will be identified as DPC in court filings, said he made $14.10 an hour plus benefits as a warehouse associate. He was promoted twice and then was given a random cheek swab drug test in July of 2018, his first in his approximate 10 months on the job. It says DPC had a state-issued card based on a doctor's certification saying he was allowed to use medical marijuana. The Parlin, New Jersey man, who was in his early 30s, never used the drug in the hours before work, and he was not impaired on the job, his lawyer said. Just before the swab test, he allegedly tried to disclose his prescriptions that would cause a positive drug test, but the collector allegedly said he could do that later. About a month later, company officials allegedly said they were firing him because he had tested positive for weed. When he gave them his medical card, they left the room, returned, and said he was being put on paid leave. Well, paid leave's not too bad. You could pay me to leave.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and he needed to have his doctor complete this paperwork, the officials told him, which later turned out to be unpaid leave, the lawsuit states. So they're like, we'll pay you to leave. He leaves, and then they didn't pay him, which is dicks.
Well, I'll dab to that one at 750. Oh, God, this is going to suck.
Where are you at now? 800?
750. 750.
That's hot. Even when I had my e-nail, 650 was usually like, that's where I kind of...
Yeah. There's a reason why I use my silicon carbide insert for this.
Oh, look at you. Amazon allegedly has a policy where it reconsiders hiring certain fired workers after 120 days, the lawsuit says. DPC tried reapplying unsuccessfully and tried also to apply at Whole Foods, the grocery store that is owned by Amazon. He, quote, was advised that he would not be considered due to his termination from Amazon. This young man was done a tremendous disservice by Amazon, the attorney said, and he wants his job back plus damages. He found new work about a year later, but it's without benefits and without the same long-term prospects. So I'll put a link to this in the show notes if you guys want to continue reading it. But basically, and I remember like back when we were doing the podcast from Montana, there was a story about a gentleman that got fired from a Walmart for much the same thing. And back then, I believe the story, like they escalated it up until it got to like a certain federal level. And then they just like pointed at federal law stating that weed is like the devil still. And then he lost. So, and I mean, again,
750 is not okay.
It is.
Why did we say to do this? This isn't a good idea.
Nothing over 700 is going to be okay, baby.
Well, why did we have to go to 800 dry?
Because you think you're a badass. But yeah, again, a harbor phrase my dad says, states' rights, and that would certainly be nice if
I feel the curse.
All the courts would recognize states' rights, but not.
I thought you were talking about courts in my banger.
Not always the case. No, different courts. The high courts.
Yeah. What's up with that state rights? What like? Come on.
Yeah. But, and again, I mean, it's America. Private companies can basically do whatever they want. So, I mean, it's your choice to work there, but I get what they're saying, and it does suck, and that's shitty.
If they own everywhere to work.
Well, yeah.
Is it your choice to work there?
I mean, they don't necessarily own everywhere, but it is hard, I'm sure, in some places where they are, to find a job worth half a shit in comparison to that.
Harbor Freight says at will employment. Is it really at will employment though?
Yes.
Or is that more just you're working for us unless we say get the hell out?
No, most, I mean, that depends on which state, but most states have at-will employment, right? Where, like,
Yep,
they
Michigan
can fire
does.
you for whatever reason, and you can leave for whatever reason. Yeah, so, I don't know. So I guess, like, invent something or start your own business. I don't know. Stop smoking weed. I know that sucks. I would not do that personally, but I'm not in a situation where it's either one or the other, you know? So, yeah. If you can, stop buying stuff from Amazon. Will they notice? Probably not,
Fuck
unfortunately.
Bezos.
Huh?
Fuck Jeff Bezos.
Fuck-
That is all.
Fuck 12.
Fuck Jeff
Fuck
Bezos.
12.
That is all.
New Prof album. It was a good week for hip hop. We talked about this on the last Jamhole episode, but new Aesop Rock album came out, the Spirit World Guide. Oh, so good. And then a new Prof album dropped, the Powderhorn Suites. Also, so good. I thought this was kind of interesting with Arizona legalizing rec. How their workers are going to have to deal with it. It says Prop 207 changed the laws for marijuana possession and sales in Arizona, but it did not change much regarding how employers address drug use by the workers on or off the job. The measure legalizing adult use of marijuana likely will result in more people using the drug once it is available over the counter if it hasn't already. But many workplaces are likely to maintain prohibitions on workers using the drug. Phoenix lawyer Joshua Black and Emily Johnson, a lawyer for the Employers Council in Arizona, responded to some common questions about marijuana in the workplace with regard to the new law. So one of the questions was, can employers still require pre-employment drug tests? The answer is yes. They can, and they can also decline to hire people who test positive for weed unless that person has a medical marijuana card, which I assume if you get to that point in the hiring process, like, and you show them your card, they're just going to find another bullshit reason not to hire you. Like, you've already, if they're requiring that, like, you've already crossed that line to where, and even if you do somehow end up getting hired, like, I assume they're going to make your life kind of hell there until you quit.
Sure, we'll hire you, but we got to look at your piss first.
That's right. I want you to pee-pee in this cup first, because this is America, and that's what we do. But you go ahead and get you get as drunk as you want later. Just try and have that under control by 8 a.m. the next morning.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, it is super dumb. I knew a cat that used to like show up, and this was when I was delivering water. So we were driving, like, this is your job, is to drive. And he would still be drunk from the night before, and like you could smell it on him and shit. Like, any cop that pulls you over, bro, you're gonna get a DUI from the night before. Like, but hey, they don't drug test you for that.
I don't know. I'd rather have a pothead than a drunk working for me.
Oh, absolutely. Now,
Potheads don't want to come back the next day.
What about
they fucking need money for weed?
What about a tweaker? Now, a tweaker is going to get a lot of work done in a short amount of time, but is that work going to be reliable?
Yeah, will he get actual quote-unquote work done?
If you could have tweakers that, like, you could actually trust and, like, keep consistent, like Scupples is saying, they're just not consistent enough. Like, if you could, though, imagine the workforce of the new America. It says the big news is the passage of Prop 207. It doesn't really change anything for employers. Weed is not allowed in the workplace. The proposition itself states that it doesn't restrict the rights of employers to maintain a drug and alcohol-free workplace or restrict its use by employees or prospective employees. She said she now considers recreational marijuana similar to alcohol use, and while rare, employers can also decline to hire people who use alcohol or recreational weed if they want. We have at-will employment, like we were just talking about, which basically means your relationship with your employer is like a dating relationship. Did you just compare? Oh my God. It's like you guys are dating.
No, it's going to suck.
Where are you at? 800?
800.
Good Lord, baby.
Oh, God. Oh my god. Oh.
Did it catch fire? Oh, it's not on fire.
Ew, you don't need a cap. Ew.
It's so hot, you don't need a cap. Oh, that's efficient. Very efficient of you, sir.
Ew, ew, ew.
So yeah, if you work in Arizona, you're basically dating your employer. It's sort of take it or leave it. For the most part, the law doesn't get involved. The exceptions to that are the employers can't decline jobs to people because of race, sex, gender, disability, religion, or other such factor, and the protections given to medical marijuana patients. But what if weed is my religion, bro? I don't believe in that silly God shit. I believe in weed.
Ew. Oh my god. Ew. Ew. That is
not okay.
disgusting.
This is
Why?
not okay.
Why? Oh my god.
Can employers fire or decline to hire people with medical marijuana cards? It says only if the job is safety sensitive or the company is a federal contractor, as weed, of course, still federally illegal. 100% they can make adverse employment actions if they are federally regulated or a federal contractor or there are safety sensitive issues. Sounds like they should have maybe thought of that and put it in the prop, maybe, before they passed the prop. I know it's hard to cover all the bases, because if you go too far one way or the other, then you maybe lose some support for your prop, and then maybe it doesn't get passed. So
Oh my
you have
god.
to
That's disgusting.
you have to walk the line, as Grand is doing now with his hot and hurties. I thought this was interesting. In South Dakota, the cops are trying to get the weed legislation that they just passed overturned, of course. Pennington County Sheriff Kevin Tom and South Dakota Highway Patrol Superintendent Rick Miller filed a lawsuit Friday challenging the constitutionality of Amendment A, which legalized the cultivation, transport, possession, and sale of marijuana. Voters approved
All
the
right,
amendment.
it's dry.
Did you dump the water?
Right here.
Attaboy. Voters approved the amendment in the November 3rd election with an 8% margin. In a release issued Friday announcing the legal challenge, Tom and Miller argue Amendment A violates the Constitution because it encompassed more than one subject, a limitation added to the Constitution by the voters back in 2018. And they say the process voters used to pass Amendment A does not comply with the Constitution. Eesh.
Why did we decide to do this? This is terrible. Why do people have stupid
Why did
ideas
you
about
Why did
this?
you decide to do
decide?
this?
Shut up.
Yeah,
Shut up.
you don't see us.
Weed. It's weed, damn it.
My not still looks decent. I even took that last one a little hot just for you, but
All right, I'm just gonna get this over with
not
now.
800.
Oh god, 800 wireless. Let's go.
Get it? Ugh, what a beast! Rip that banger.
Ew.
After we're done with Josh's GoFundMe, we'll have a GoFundMe for you for a new banger.
No, what about my lung cancer that I'm getting right now?
Oof.
Ew.
So yeah, I guess just to sum this up, like if I hope that whoever was behind the legislation that got passed, like knew that about the South Dakota Constitution, because if this is really like legit, then it may very well get appealed. So if you live in South Dakota, good luck.
Oh my god. Oh, that was. Oh. It was so bad.
How are the terps though? That's the important question. Oh, Grant's gonna go.
Oh man,
Yeah, that sounds pretty healthy.
Grant, drink your terps.
Get your terps, Grant. It's so rural. I thought this was kind of interesting before we wrap this up and Gran chokes to death here. It says that young adults are not drinking as much as they used to. In fact, more than a quarter don't drink alcohol at all. A recent survey shows it's good news for health, they say, but there's also a downside in the data. While alcohol use falls among 18 to 22-year-olds, weed use is going up. I think that's a good thing.
That's not a downside.
I don't think so, but
The roof.
the number of
roof is on fire.
the number of young adults using both alcohol and weed is also rising, heightening concerns about a future surge in substance abuse problems. Future? Have you seen outside? There is no, we're in the midst of all the substance abuse problems. There's no, and guess what? It's really not. It's not even weed or really booze related. So
we have all of the demics going on right now.
This person is a professor of psychology at Texas State University who's been studying young adult and adolescent substance abuse for over 15 years. A key interest of his is how substance use changes over adolescence and young adulthood. It is a period of profound change. A 13-year-old is very different from a 25-year-old in nearly every way, they say. With colleagues at the University of Michigan, the University of Central Florida, and Iowa State University, I've been investigating trends in alcohol and marijuana use in young adults to better understand how use changes with age. The latest numbers offer both hope and concern. There are reasons for the stereotype of hard drinking, substance using young adults, as photos and videos from bars and college parties will attest, but surveys in our analysis suggest that binge drinking is not as common as people may believe it is. Using data from the annual National Survey on Drug Use and Health, we found that in 2018, nearly 30% of college-age adults, ages 18 to 22, had not had a single alcoholic drink during the previous year, compared with fewer than a quarter in 2002. Over 60% had not used weed at all. Among 18 and 25-year-olds, the number who reported binge drinking in the previous year fell 39% in 2015 to 34% in 2019. That may be influenced, at least in part, by beliefs that are forming in high school. Another survey shows that nearly 3/4 of high school seniors think their friends would disapprove of weekend binge drinking, up from just over half in the early 80s. So,
I don't know what's worse, binge drinking or doing this.
Or doing hot dabs? I don't know. I think tomorrow you're still going to feel fine. And if you would have been, let's say, taking a shot every time you took a dab there of, I don't know, vodka or maybe even Everclear
I'd probably
to get
die
spicy,
of alcohol poisoning.
you'd probably be dead. So... Scupples says, not sure of any instance where hot dabs have led to rape or DUI death. No. Not yet. Give it time. We will find a way. So, how are you doing? Did you vomit? Are you okay?
I might vomit.
We can't see you. Can we see you?
I don't know.
I want to see you. No. I want to see what that did to you.
So this is going to be a weekly thing, right?
That's what he said. I mean,
if we get enough love, and we have guests come on the show.
He is truly the people's champ. What a badass. I'm not taking hot dabs for y'all.
I'm not taking hot dabs for y'all.
I'll set the pee to as hot as it goes. That's it, though. And only because I got a new atomizer, just in case. All right, the people's masochist, Scupples says. Oh, yeah. All right, well, sounds like Gran needs to go drink some water. Go stay hydrated. Do you want to talk about the weed abuse? I mean, that might be apropos here to...
yeah, might as well.
We might need an intervention here for Grand.
Yeah, some signs of medical marijuana abuse.
Let's see if we see any of these signs. Have
It's a weed man?
Have you ever lost control of the ability to use the prescribed amount of medical marijuana? Check. Do you ever think of cutting back on medical marijuana abuse, but then you fail to do so? Check. Do you ever experience withdrawal symptoms when not using marijuana? The withdrawal symptoms include anxiety, depression, headaches, cravings, sleep disruption, mood swings, weight loss or gain, digestion issues, changes in appetite, nausea, and cramps, especially after eating. I've never actually experienced any of those, but I also don't not smoke weed. So I don't know. I'll check that box. Do you develop a tolerance for medical marijuana and require more and more to achieve the same effects? Let's see. First did a gram dab, and then he did a 5-gram dab, and now he's doing hot and hurties. I'm going to check that one too. Do you ever fail to do important things? No, I don't really.
Maybe.
I always do important things. All the things I do are important, so, you know. Do you ever abandon the things and activities that you once enjoyed? Like smoking weed? No, I still fall and I smoke weed. And I don't know. Have you become reclusive and avoid family events? Well, yeah. But not because of weed. Do you continue to abuse medical marijuana even if it's causing relationship and social issues? It's not. So,
Yeah.
Neglecting appearance. Do you look like a wook? I just shaved. I'm good. I'm all right.
You look like a wook.
The headiest wook. Do you spend the better part of your day in the Dabs Discord smoking weed? In VC. Chick.
Spend your days sucking dick on the corner for medical marijuana.
You ever suck dick for weed? I used to suck dick for cocaine. Fucking Bob Saget. We just watched that shit the other day. Fucking Half-Baked. I used to suck. I seen him. You ever suck dick for marijuana? Spending a better part of your day seeking medical marijuana, abusing it, and recovering from the effects. So, like, do you ever just take dabs and then take dab naps and then wake up and take more dabs?
Rinse and repeat.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, thank you, MoGreenway.com for that. This is a Missouri cannabis publication that this came from.
Rep says this study brought to you by the alcohol industry.
Yeah, no shit. Who is, what is this Greenway? I didn't even really look. I just thought the quiz was funny. So it's like it's an actual magazine. Huh. Well, how about that?
Oh, man, my voice hurts.
I can tell.
Like, why did we ever do red hot dabs?
We didn't.
Why did I ever do red hot dabs?
That's the question.
Yeah.
That's the $50,000 question right there.
Where's my $50,000?
Scuffle says
We all started on red hot titanium and brown poop soup.
Yeah, no, that's true. Know your roots. I don't think I could dab that stuff now. I'm too old for that. Once you hit 40, you could you're done dabbing that shit forever. No more poop soup. Scuffle says, do you ever take your medicine, have it work, and be like, hey, let's take some more because it worked?
All the time.
Check. Every day. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. Definitely come hang out throughout the week in the RDABS Discord. Link is on the show notes and on the website there at hotbox.earth. hotboxpodcast.com. We have a YouTube channel. You can listen to these until we figure out a better way to get our video up there of the shows. But yeah, it's just an audio podcast, so definitely catch us on Stitcher, TuneIn, Apple and Google Podcasts, and Spotify also.
Or come watch us live in the Discord.
Yeah, definitely come hang out live. You got any movie nights or any D&D planned for this week that people should be on the lookout for?
D&D Tuesday and movie night might be tonight.
Oh shit.
We'll talk about it.
Nice. And yeah, new Jam Hole episode coming probably tomorrow, maybe tonight. We'll see. I've been old man tired lately, so I don't really stay up that late. But yeah, thanks for checking out the show, and we will catch y'all next week. Peace out.
See y'all.
Later.